Hey planner friends, I am super excited to be back with you guys for another budget video. This one is going to be a bit different, unfortunately, but fortunately, and I hope that maybe I can help somebody that is also in this situation, dealing with all of this craziness of the pandemic and everybody like on unemployment or losing their jobs one way or another. So unfortunately, my husband has been laid off, but has been also told that they are 95% sure they're not going to reopen their doors at his place of business. So we have just lost about $57,000 worth of income. And as a small business owner, most of my income comes from my photography business. Yes, I do obviously stickers on the side along with just starting this YouTube thing. So, you know, it's not paying bills or anything. I mainly do this for you guys and for my accountability. Our income and I obviously, like I was getting to, I cannot do photography at all right now. I honestly also have not been able to take on much since January when, if you remember, my little one got real sick at the end of January with the flu, then got strep, and then actually came down with a viral rash, something like a hand, foot, and mouth. It wasn't exactly that, but it was as contagious as that. And I work with babies. I'm a newborn photographer and wedding photographer, and I just do not chance my clients' health at all. So I do not take on sessions at that point until I have been cleared by a doctor that I'm either out of like the incubation phases of all of that or have been cleared of any viruses at that point. So I have unfortunately not been taking on much at this point. So there's not much coming in the door. Then also, if you follow anything with photography at this point, it is crazy crisis in our calendars because everybody is having to reschedule or cancel all of their weddings on top of it. So we are dealing with that. I have one wedding at the end of May that it looks like at this point, maybe, I don't know, I have to reach out to the bride, but I don't know if that is going to happen. And that will be also devastating because we need that income so bad right now. So I am very thankful that I did not have a wedding until then. I've had some before all of this, but I did not have any between like February to May. So I have not had to deal with the many of cancellations, but I have had to deal with a lot of cancellations dealing with sessions. And I am also the newborn photographer at one of our major hospitals in the area and have obviously not been allowed in there since March 15th. I think it was March 15th. I have not been allowed in there also. Hopefully one day I can get back into the hospitals at least, and all that kind of stuff maybe, and start getting paid from there. But so I just wanted to come on here and give you a brief update to kind of show you how I'm dealing with my husband going on unemployment. So I have never dealt with unemployment before. He has never dealt with unemployment. So there's a lot of questions in the air, I believe, for a lot of people. So if you have dealt with unemployment, please give me all your tips and tricks so that I can make this as smooth as possible, because I'm not even sure when we will get our first paycheck or what day they pay us on. I have no idea about that. And specifically, I live in Michigan, if that helps you at all. So, all right, so let's get started. My husband's last payday was the 21st. We actually didn't get that paycheck until the 23rd because there was some glitch in the system. We don't really know. We're not going to do with all that. At this point, I have went ahead and paid all of March bills. I figured pretty much we probably just won't get this check. And most of this check was going towards our mortgage. So I wanted to at least get out of the month of March with no bills. that we're already getting behind and do it that way. That is what we've kind of decided on. Okay, so one thing I do want to do is I did pay this and this got paid, and both of these did get paid. This was $37. The next thing I am going to do is, since we are technically, this is the 26th of March, we're not, I mean, if we get this check, it will be a darn miracle, but the other also blow to us was we were supposed to get a bonus check on this week. We probably won't see that bonus, unfortunately. So that hurts. But for now, we are not expecting to get any money for the week, for week 4. I'm going to leave it blank for now, but we are moving forward without it doing. So I obviously did not pull out cash envelopes here, and did not do, we won't do any cash envelopes there. The only cash envelope going forward at this point will be groceries and gas. We aren't going to pull out any more money for the month of March in groceries. We already met that budget and we are done. And actually, I think we paid a little bit. We ended up pulling $100 out of savings to get a little bit more groceries. So that is done. Everything else, we are no longer pulling out for allowance, eating out, and there will be no more sinking funds until we can get back on our feet for a little bit. If you feel like at this point I should be doing something different, please leave all of your comments below. I know that this is probably going to be a real touchy subject, and this might not be the way that you would do it, but so we won't be putting any more into those. But I did want to close out the month of March so that you guys can all see how we did close that all out. One other thing that I do want to put in here is, I'm going to zoom you in, is I honestly did get my first paycheck from YouTube. And as you're going to see, this is like, unfortunately, that's like 3 months combined. So like I said, honestly, guys, YouTube is not the bread and butter around here. I gotta see what the exact number was. 145.06. It is not the bread and butter around here. And that is right. Oh, perfect. But I would love if you guys keep on supporting me and all that kind of stuff. One day, you never know. But I kind of do this for literally my accountability. You don't understand how much accountability you guys give me. It's amazing. So I had to find my little totals. So we're going to total this up. Initially we had plans for this to pay off a little bit of debt that I have incurred with the business. Since this is business stuff, I was going to pay off business debt with all of the extras that I made. That's not going to happen anymore. It is actually going to help us in this little bit of crisis, and then we'll go back. Once we get settled again, we will go back. So 328, oops, 328, 43 plus 2276 plus 145.06. Perfect. 496. And at this point on YouTube or AdSense, you have to get over $100 to hit that threshold to get a check. And I'm guys, I'm not even hitting $100 a month at this point. So I might not even get a check. I probably won't even get a check next month. So that might be an every other month thing, but not too shabby. And then I had some more cash, obviously, from Etsy from past months. So yeah, so you'll see here soon where I do have extra income. I am trying to still work with these pages, guys. Like I said before, I'm still going to try and work with them. I have them, so we're going to keep on working with them. All right, now on to this. Okay, so our weekly check-in. I did want to do this. I spent 0 and I had 75 left over. Here, I spent 150 and had none left over. Plus, we put another 100 into that from our savings to go to 250 for us to get everything. 0, we spent nothing in gas. Here, he spent his 25. I still have my 25. We spent 0. So we have 45 left over. And unbudgeted. Let's go through and see. So Amazon Prime came out, unfortunately, which I thought I stopped that. Okay, so $4.99. Planet Fitness came out again, which I didn't budget for, and I forgot to shut that off. Hopefully they'll credit that back because they're not open. I believe they're crediting those back. Other than that, I think we were real good and everything because we were not going. Oh, we did have pet toys. 317 plus 13, 25. Our pet needed something. Okay, so unbudgeted was 41. Oh, and you know what? I bet you that wasn't in that one on that week. Nope. Unbudgeted was good. That's in the next week. Oh, why is my layout so bad? Okay. For this week, I am going to do it, but already because I know we're not going to spend anything, and I didn't put anything into it. So unbudgeted was $49 for Amazon Video and $20.05 for Planet Fitness. So it was $25.04. Groceries, we spent 0. Gas, we spent 0. Allowance, 0, 0, 0, and 0, 0. Eating out, we did 0, and budgeted, unbudgeted, we have the 13, 17, or 317 plus 13, 25. 1642. Okay, so 0. We still have 50 here, 25 here, 45 here, and we are down. Oops, I should have put that down, and I should have added it to that. I'm horrible right now, guys. I'm telling you, we have done so much budgeting stuff that I can't even think at this point, but it is what it is. It's no big deal. So 106.46. Not too horrible. I'm not even gonna lie. So that is our weekly check-in. So I'm not too upset with this at 106. And most of it was, 65 of it was our dishwasher breaking down, and we had to do a service call. So technically I should probably have a sinking fund for that, but we haven't gotten that far in life, and now we're not going to. So we're gonna bring this back. Make sure we're on camera here. Like I said, I'm gonna leave this blank because it could, if we got a check, guys, I would be so freaking ecstatic right now. You don't even understand. We'll see. Okay. So for groceries, we ended up spending all 300 of it. Oops. Guess I shouldn't have put that there, but all 300 of it. So plus or minus that. Gas. Let's see here. Oh, I messed up there too. We have a 151 left. So, and that's staying in there, guys, because of right now. Allowance, we spent 175 of this. I have 25 left. Eating out, we only got to 45. We got here, but we only have 45 because I didn't put in for that last month. Sinking funds, I put in 75 of it. So we're down 25. Because I didn't put in the last week. But there's still stuff in our sinking funds, and that will all stay there. So that. You can see that Directv was 167 actually. Sprint ended up being less, 173. Consumers ended up being less at 168. And Chase ended up being more at 67. So let's add all of that up, and we can, if I ended up doing that, but we'll do our fixed expenses. So what's 3? I ended up only paying $50 here. So the total ended up of fixed ended up being $2,222.37. Variable income or variable expenses ended up only being, hold on guys, I'm figuring out for the first time too. Okay, I'm telling you, I did this wrong, guys. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I only ended up doing 45 in that one and 75 in that one. It doesn't matter how much I have left over. It's what I put in actually. Okay. All right, now that I got that all cleared up, 721, 22, 48 minus 13, or not minus, 0.33, 222, 2.37. So we were actually negative 25. So our bills were $25 less than what we thought. And 860 minus 721. 139. All right, and then at the end of this, I will calculate all this over. Woo! Guys, this was such a crazy month to start budgeting on. Of course. Okay. That is that. That is going to be that. So we're going to move on from the month of March. We are going to pray for the month of April. Telling you. All right. So budget planner. I am still just pulling from the budget planner. Here. This is going to be April. So I am going to put our bills down, figure out what paycheck they are now going to come from, hopefully. Because guys, I have no idea when. I hate how that doesn't line up. I hate how it's like that. I don't know if that bugs anybody else, but it bugs me. Let me date this real quick. So what I have went ahead in the damage control is I have gotten at least our truck payment, the Acadia truck forbearance for 2 months. Okay. So at first I was going to try and pay as much as we could on that car, but at this point we're not going to. At this point we're just going to say it's 2 months. It is what it is, unless we can get our mortgage forbearance, which I'm working on right now. I'm working on a 60 to 90 day forbearance for our mortgage. I much rather put off our mortgage payment than put off our car payment. Car payment is a much smaller loan. It's more interest. That. Okay, so also in damage control, I have started the process of refinancing that car also. We are going to continue to pay our car lease because if you guys seen, hold on, I'm going to pull out March. As you guys see, every paycheck, I pull out $142.50 a month to pay for the car payments. The car payments were paid here and here. So they were already paid for this month, and this one have already been pulled out, and put into a separate account. This pays enough for April and almost enough for May, so that I don't have to worry about that for that car payment. I will still pay that car payment. It's a lease. I want to try and get it done. And that way, if we need assistance later on and things get worse, then we can put that one later onto a forbearance and see what we can do there. But it's a lease, and I don't know if they're going to let us do that. So I still have not been able to even get a hold of anybody from GM. Second of all, we are canceling, obviously, our we are canceling Directv. Right here. We've canceled Directv. That will no longer be. That's gone. There's nothing I can do about Sprint. They have so far not come out with anything except for they're not going to shut you off. We will be paying minimum payments on credit cards. Car insurance I have yet to check on. I'm going to try and check, but I don't have high hopes. But Progressive, which is who we are with, has shown others that they're willing to work with them. So we'll see. Prime, I have canceled Prime. I ordered what we needed to get ordered. That's why I did have a little bit of expenses this week, because I wanted to get things ordered and done with. So I've canceled Prime, so that won't be coming out. And now that Prime Video gets vanished too, because that was with that. So I don't know. What we will have left is our mortgage. Again, I'm still working on this, so I'm hoping maybe by the 1st we won't have that. But I will still try and pay at least $300 of the mortgage. That's just what I've decided. I have no idea when he's going to get paid. I have no idea when it will come through. So, all right, so let's put these in here. I am going to plan that hopefully we get a paycheck by here. Brain. Also, our mortgage went up because I was planning on paying into escrow. We had a $500 shortage on our escrow, and I can't let go of $500 anymore. So the other thing that I need to throw out there so that you guys are understanding. Oh, you know what? Let me just get the bills down. Let me just get the bills down, because usually I do my color coding towards what check it's going to be on. And guys, I don't know. I don't know this time because I don't know when he's getting paid. So we're just going to, never mind that. But this car lease will still be getting paid out of that same account. So that color is not going to change. This color is the same. And I'm not worrying about that. Okay. Yes, and I'm using different colors because I don't have any stickers left. This will be Sprint. We have decided to keep Culligan and obviously Netflix since we are losing. So I'm just going to put colors down, and then once we get paid, then I'll go off of those colors. Because this might be a fly as we go type thing here. Okay. Okay, the two biggies, except for these two, probably won't get paid with the same. I'm actually going to put it back on a different, I'm going to put these two on a different color because there's no way that these two will get paid with the same check. They total more than the check that we will get. Okay, so this is literally the amount of bills that I'm down to. This is pretty much all we can afford at this point. Most of you know, since my husband is going on unemployment, which actually I just found out, so you might not all know, the max you can get on unemployment is $362 a week. We will be going from a income of $3,287. We are going down to an income source of $1,448. We do have some savings, and you've seen that we do have that money from my Etsy and YouTube channel that we'll be using. So that is what we're going to budget from. So we're taking our happy notes. And this month, I am using my pink flower budget kit. So we'll be using, I don't even know if we'll be using the weekly check-in at this point because I don't know if there'll be anything to check in with. I will eventually be doing my debt tracker, but I think we'll be doing that off. I will still be keeping track of our variable income. There will be no sinking funds, so not that, but we will be using this monthly. So I can't even use half of my own kits, guys. So there's that. I'm still working with sticker confetti. You guys obviously will get a sheet of these if you do order from my Etsy shop of these. I so appreciate you right now. I'm trying to get everything up in a digital format right now also, that it's not as expensive for everybody, so you can still plan. Yes, it's a different font. I could not find the April. I don't care. Okay. So there's that. All right, income. Again, this income is going to be a wishful income, a hopeful income. So please, I don't know. And he doesn't even have his appointment until April 6th. And I'm guessing April 6th is when we're going to actually see the first of it. And then it's going to be backtracked. So that's why I'm trying to get our mortgage taken care of as soon as possible because unemployment. And then honestly, we're not even counting our savings yet. We are holding on to our savings as long as we possibly can, so that we don't have to, obviously. Okay, unemployment, and then my variable income. We are also rolling over $428 in our account, so I am going to count that this time. Normally, I would have put that into our savings and taken care of that, but we're saving that. Roll over income. That was where that little bit of money came in. You seen on the last one where I would have had $729 left over originally, and because I did not put into the sinking funds, and I did not, or into our cash envelopes, and we had $25 left over in bills. So all of that included was right now and the little bit left over we had from last month was $428. So, okay. So what is expected from there at 326 times 4 is $1,448 and 0 cents. My income, we are taking the, I have, like I said, I have $875.60 in my savings account from Etsy and YouTube. I am halving that, so we have half for this month and half for next month at $450. And then we have $428 from rollover. That is what we're working with this week, or this month. So let's calculate that all up. $1,448 plus $450 plus $428. So what I got? Yep. So that'll be $2,326. So that is like $1,000 less than what we normally have. We can work with it this month. We're gonna work with it. We're, like I said, we're cutting everything. Everything. All right, so here's for our fixed expenses, which will now be And I'm paying consumers still because they're also not giving you relief. They are not going to shut you off or charge you late fees, but I'm not going to have like a $300 bill next month or possibly a $500 bill when we get through this. I'm no longer having cable or anything like that. So our internet, I've already called on this too and got this lessened. Our phones, Sprint, we got to figure this out. I don't want to change, but we got to figure that out. And then our car insurance. All right. And then literally the only variable expense. Oh, I am going to pull out. Looks like I am still going to pull out 50 for gas. Only variable is going to be groceries. And we can only have 200. And 50 for gas. And we might not even have to use that, honestly. No sinking funds, no nothing. Bare minimum at this point. Hopefully my husband bounces back. All right, so totaling all of those up, we are going to go 818. That is 1487. Oh yeah, I didn't count my lease in there because it's already paid. So I should have probably counted the lease. I just didn't on here. I could write it in here, but it's not coming out of this budget. So I'm just not going to throw it in there. So I did forget about that. Okay. And this might change also. Like I said, I might go 400 to the mortgage or 600 to the mortgage and 200 to the truck if it doesn't pull us out of the programs that we're in right now for the forbearance. So like I said, I mean, it's a very short budget this month. There's so much. Oh, hold on. I messed it up. I'm messing this up. Come off, please come off nicely. You guys are probably like screaming at me like, that is not everything. I did not put our Culligan. We are also going to lower this. Oh, and then I didn't do that for any of the other ones and did it for that one. By not getting it delivered, we're going to go up and get it. But we need our water here in Flint, Michigan. So 1537. Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to mess that up. Okay, so 1337. Now, here. All right, so that is pretty much the budget. So let's total this all up. And we have a little bit left over, and I will throw that at whatever bills that I can possibly throw it at that won't take us out. So, fixed is 1537 and variable is 250. Woo! Almost didn't make it on that one. All right, so what we have is 23. And honestly, if we have some left over, I will save some of my income, this rollover income or this one, and push it into next month's budget because obviously we're going to need it. Next month is going to be a little bit rougher than this month. Yeah, so we will have like 500 left over. But we'll see if we can make it on $200, and we might be able to make it on $200 if something comes through for us. We might get a ton of groceries off of. Okay, so $539 is what we will have left over, and like I said, either I will roll that into next month or not. So, before I was using this as a sinking fund, we're not going to do a sinking fund. I'm going to put my variable income back here, as I will still have some variable income that comes through the door for the next month. that I will use. So I'm going to put that there. And then I will also put our debt tracker on the same one, about halfway down, because you see my last month, I don't need all that. Ooh, excuse me, I don't need all that space. I am just going to set this up with you because obviously this is already going to be a freaking long video. So I'm just going to set this all up. I'm not going to write all this in. We are also dealing with my studio, and if I am even going to be able to keep my studio. We don't believe I will be able to. But my landlord is working with me, so we'll see. And then I'll fill in my debt tracker later. So thank you guys so much for going with me on this crazy journey of mine. It is what it is. We have to adapt to what it is. We've had a few bad days here in this household. But honestly, we're doing okay. We're doing okay. We will make it through. We have about $5,000 in savings. And I'm sorry, about $4,000 in savings, and my business has about $5,000 in savings. But that has to stay in savings because that's like retainers and deposits. And if things don't start breaking up here, that might have to be returned if we cannot reschedule those, unfortunately. So that has to stay in those accounts. Otherwise, we're cutting everything out, as you can see. I mean, my list went from, I'll show you guys. Let's show you. So, I mean, my list went from this to this. I cut out about as much as I could possibly cut out. So it is what it is. Oh, it looks like I do have one Chase payment that I will probably need to make. I'm going to call them and see if they'll waive that, though. Honestly, I bet you they will. Thank you guys all for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you that sit here and go through all of this. If you are new here, definitely hit that subscribe button. And if you love this content, definitely give me a like. And I will see you and update you guys throughout the month. And as we get this unemployment or don't get this unemployment, yeah, that's it. You guys be safe, stay in the house. And if you guys are in the same predicament as I am, you guys can vent to me below. Definitely vent in the comments because you deserve it. So thank you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye.